Imagine a world where AI isn't just inside your phone, but running your life. Is that a dream come true or a nightmare waiting to happen? Today, we're tackling the biggest question of our generation. Will AI be the ultimate tool or the ultimate tyrant? If you're new here, welcome to the channel. I'm Thomas Schmidt, and I've spent over 3 decades as a technology and business executive, including roles as COO, CMO, and VP product, leading teams through multiple industry and technology disruptions. Now, as a consultant, I work with organizations to optimize how they manage technology, streamline operations, and sharpen both marketing and product strategies. But I also help mid-career professionals reinvent their careers for what's coming next. And that's why I make these videos, to give you practical insights and help you stay relevant, competitive, and excited about your future. So let's get into it. What if the next big invention isn't a gadget you can buy, but something that changes you? Artificial intelligence is already part of your daily life, but what's its true power? That's only just beginning to unfold. So the question isn't whether AI will change the world, it's whether it'll change you and whether you're ready for it. We're living in a time where AI isn't a far-off idea from sci-fi movies. It's already woven into the fabric of everyday life. It's recommending your next show on Netflix. It's screening your resume before a human ever sees it. It's even helping doctors detect diseases before symptoms even appear. And that's just scratching the surface. Depending on who you ask, AI is either the greatest leap forward since the invention of electricity or the biggest threat humanity has ever faced. It's a debate between optimism and fear, between empowerment and control. And honestly, both sides have a point. Because AI isn't inherently good or bad. It's a mirror, a reflection of the intentions, ethics, and systems of the people who create and use it. So in this video, we're diving into the question that will define our future. Is AI a tool or a tyrant? Here's how we'll unpack it. The dawn of AI, unprecedented power. AI's double-edged sword, the looming shadows, your world reimagined, the career impact, daily life in the AI era, friend or foe, and shaping the future, and your role. So let's start where it all begins, with the incredible promise of what AI can do. 1. The dawn of AI, unprecedented power. AI isn't just advancing, it's accelerating at a pace no one predicted. Think about what DeepMind's AlphaFold 3 accomplished. For decades, scientists struggled to predict how proteins fold, something critical to understanding diseases. AlphaFold achieved a major advancement by accurately predicting it in months. That's a Nobel-level breakthrough by an algorithm. Then there's the explosion of custom AI agents. Imagine having your own digital assistant that doesn't just follow commands, it anticipates your needs. It knows when you're about to miss a deadline, books your travel, summarizes your emails, and reminds you to hydrate. Not in a creepy way, well, depending on how you feel about your calendar suddenly developing a conscience. But the point is, AI is no longer just automating tasks. It's augmenting creativity. We've seen AI write novels, compose symphonies, design buildings, even co-author scientific papers. Musicians are using it to master new sounds. Filmmakers are using it to storyboard full scenes before cameras even roll. The line between creator and collaborator is blurring fast. And when AI meets purpose, that's when things get exciting. We're talking about personalized healthcare where your smartwatch spots early signs of heart disease, smarter cities that optimize traffic flow and reduce emissions, language barriers disappearing in real time during global conversations. And for the first time in human history, we have a tool that can scale imagination. It's not just about productivity, it's about potential. But, as we know, with great power comes, you guessed it, some very real risks. 2. AI's double-edged sword, the looming shadows. Here's where things get complicated. Let's start with jobs. It's one thing when AI replaces routine tasks, right? But now it's coming for knowledge work too. Writers, designers, coders, analysts. Many of us are realizing that AI can do parts of our jobs faster, cheaper, and sometimes even better. You've probably seen those viral posts about AI replacing 40% of jobs by 2030. The reality is probably more nuanced, but still serious. The question isn't, will AI take your job? It's how fast will your job change? Because if your role can be reduced to repeatable patterns, data entry, scheduling, reporting, AI can handle that. But the human edge, that's in interpretation, empathy, and decision making. And then there's the ethical minefield. Algorithms don't think, they calculate. And those calculations are only as fair as the data they're trained on, right? And if that data includes bias, so do the results. And we've already seen AI systems misidentify people of color, reject qualified candidates, or even produce discriminatory predictions in law enforcement. And who's accountable when an algorithm gets it wrong? A programmer? A company? A government? That's messy, uncharted territory we're in. Add privacy to the mix and it gets even messier. AI thrives on data, your location, browsing history, voice recordings, even biometric signals. We're already living in what some call surveillance capitalism, where attention and behavior are currency. Every swipe, every click, every like is teaching some AI somewhere how to sell you more or keeping you scrolling longer. And that's where the control problem begins. What happens when AI systems become so complex that even their creators can't fully explain why they behave the way they do? That's not science fiction. It's already happening today. We're building tools we can't always predict. And that should make us pause. Because here's the uncomfortable truth. AI doesn't have to be malicious to be dangerous. It just has to follow instructions too literally. And if those instructions are incomplete or misaligned with human values, the consequences can spiral quickly. So yes, AI can be a tool, but it can just as easily become a tyrant, quietly shaping economies, societies, and even human behavior without us fully noticing. 3. Your world reimagined, the career impact. Let's bring this closer to home. How will AI actually change your career? Well, here's the deal. AI won't eliminate all jobs, but it will absolutely transform what work looks like. Take marketing, for example. A few years ago, teams spent days brainstorming, designing, and testing campaigns. Now, well, an AI tool can analyze audience data, write copy, design visuals, and launch test ads all before lunch. But here's the catch. It still needs a human to interpret the data, to understand the nuance, to connect emotionally with the audience. The role doesn't vanish, it evolves. Or think about education. AI tutors can personalize learning for every student, adjusting lessons in real time. But great teachers will still matter because empathy and mentorship and motivation can't be automated. The real winners in the new world? The people who know how to use AI to amplify their strengths. And that's where AI literacy becomes your superpower. You don't need to be a coder, but you do need to understand what AI can do and what it can't, and how to integrate it into your workflow. New job titles are already emerging. Prompt engineers who craft a language that gets the best results from AI models, AI ethicists who guide responsible development, data trust architects who protect fairness and transparency. But even if your title doesn't change, your toolkit will. You'll need to constantly learn, adapt, and experiment because the shelf life of static skills is shrinking fast. So if you've been thinking, oh, I'll wait and see how AI plays out, don't. This is how it's playing out. And the people learning to collaborate with it right now are already shaping the next wave of opportunities. The good news? Well, you don't have to compete with AI. You can co-create with it. 4. Daily life in the AI era. Friend or foe? Well, AI isn't just transforming industries. It's subtly rewriting daily life. Picture this. You wake up and your AI assistant has already analyzed your sleep, adjusted your lighting, and brewed your coffee, and blocked out your morning for focus work because it noticed you were mentally fatigued yesterday. Convenient? Absolutely. But here's where the balance matters. Because when convenience becomes dependency, freedom quietly erodes. Let's say your AI curates every article, video, and opinion you see online. At first, it feels great. Finally, a feed that understands you. But soon, you realize it's shaping your worldview. It's filtering out anything that doesn't fit your preferences. And before long, you're not just in an echo chamber. You're in a digital cocoon. And that's the danger of over-personalization. You stop choosing, and the algorithm starts choosing for you. And then there's the issue of mental health. AI-driven apps are engineered to maximize engagement, not happiness. The more you scroll, the more data they collect, and the more addicted you become. Add deepfake videos and AI-generated influencers into the mix, and suddenly it's hard to know what's real anymore. So here's the key question. How do we stay human in a world optimized for automation? The answer isn't to reject AI. It's to reclaim intention. Use AI to save time, not to spend time. Use it to simplify, not to surrender. And if AI becomes a co-pilot in your life, make sure you're still in the pilot seat. Because when it works for you, it's liberating. But when it starts to think for you, well, that's when the tyrant takes over. 5. Shaping the future, your role. Here's the part that most people forget. The future of AI isn't predetermined. It's being written right now by scientists, policymakers, companies, and by everyday people like you and me. So what can you do? Well, first, get AI literate. You don't need to build your own chatbot, but you should understand how they work. Learn the basics of data, algorithms, and bias. The more informed you are, the less likely you'll be manipulated by systems that thrive on your ignorance. Second, demand ethics. Support companies that commit to transparency. Advocate for policies that protect privacy, regulate data use, and ensure accountability. And when you choose to spend your time and money, you're voting for the kind of AI you want to see in the world. Third, get involved. Experiment with AI tools. Share what you learn. Discuss these topics with friends, coworkers, even your kids. The more voices we bring into this conversation, the more balanced and human-centered the outcome will be. Because the truth is, AI will not stop evolving. The question is whether it evolves with us or beyond us. And the outcome depends on our collective choices today. So, will AI become the ultimate tool or the ultimate tyrant? The answer isn't in the technology, it's in us. And if we use it to amplify creativity, accelerate innovation, and extend compassion, it'll be the most powerful ally humanity has ever built. But if we let it deepen inequality, erode privacy, and replace purpose with convenience, it could quietly become our greatest adversary. The future of AI isn't a question of destiny. It's a test of direction. And right now, the steering wheel is still in our hands. If this video made you think differently about AI, please hit that like button. It really helps this message reach more people. Share it with someone who's curious or maybe even skeptical about where all of this is heading. And if you want to keep exploring how technology, work, and purpose intersect, make sure you subscribe for more weekly insights that will help you not just survive the future, but shape it. Until next time, keep growing, keep learning, and keep showing the world that your best work is still ahead of you. Take care, be kind to yourself, and keep leaning into what makes you strong. And I'll see you in the next one.